While politics is becoming more and more important at the Kumbh with every passing year, this ultimately is a spiritual gathering, the biggest congregation of mankind anywhere in the world. And people at this time, from the north to the south to the east to the west, Hindus in their lakhs are coming together for the biggest Snan, which takes place this Sunday, the 10th of February, Mauni Amavasya, for which several lakhs of people are already coming in. There isn't a free inch of space anywhere in Allahabad. They're sleeping wherever they can, just getting together in their devotion, in their hope that they will get to wash their sins here in the rivers of the Holy Ganga.
A group of old men at a gathering that is thousands of years old. In their 7th and 8th decades of life, they have entered the last phase of existence on earth, and they have come to Kumbh to be one with their Creator.
महाकुंभ में काय हुआ और मैया जी और कहा आपके लोगों के सबके दर्शन हो रहे, माता जी में स्नान कर भाग में बड़ा है वो आएगा, सब कोई नहीं आ पाता है.
Mahakumbh, or the completion of a 12-year cycle of other kumbhs. All in all, the estimates are that 70 to 80 million people will pass by these shores in the 56 days of the Mela.
यहाँ पर स्नान कर लेती, स्नान और कुंभ को मेड़ो देखने अच्छा लगे.
This is the greatest gathering of humans ever in the history of entire existence.
इसमें तीनों नदियों का संगम एक जगह होता है ना, ये मतलब बड़ा कुंभ माना जाता है, इसलिए यहाँ राजस्थान से, जयपुर से मतलब यहाँ आए हुए हैं.
The festival of Kumbh, commemorating the mythical picture of immortality, has been mentioned in Vedic literature. Its earliest history is said to date back to about 3500 BC. Chinese traveller Huansang recorded his visit to these very banks at the Kumbh in the 7th century AD.
इधर क्यों आया है?
टीवी का माइक है.
टीवी का माइक है.
बात तो नहीं सुन पाया.
And then, as so often happens, there comes the moment of enlightenment.
प्रथम अवतार प्रभु मत्स्य रूप धारणम शंख चक्र गदा पद्म शंख शूर छेदनम भज मन नारायण रघुवर गोविंदम.
But this gathering of millions is not just about spirituality. It is not about the 5 Shahi Snans. It is not just religion. A Mahakumbh is a spectacle of culture, a melange of ethnicity, a cauldron that is brimming with life. It is here that magicians perform, where sadhus tell stories of superhuman feats. There is music, and there is always, always visual delights. Happening once every 12 years, a Mahakumbh may well be a limited commodity in a human lifetime. But in the much grander scheme of continuity, this immense gathering of mortal souls is but a colorful commentary on man's eternal search for immortality.
The Kumbh is not just about the common devotees, it's also about those who've renounced all trappings of the world, the sage, the hermit, the sadhu. And amongst the sadhus, the most colorful of them all, the Naga sadhus. The Naga sadhus are divided into akhadas. These akhadas are fiercely competitive when it comes to attracting new devotees and also showing to the world that they are the most devout of them all. So let's travel into the colorful world of the Naga sadhus and understand just how difficult it is to actually become a Naga sadhu and to lead the life of one.
They are one of the most popular attractions of the Kumbh Mela. They are a visual delight for photographers, an enigma for true devotees, and a must-see on the itinerary of every foreign tourist. For the ash-smeared, chillam-smoking, stark-naked Naga sadhu are often the picture postcard image of religious India. But the way to become a Naga sadhu is difficult and challenging. Attracted by folklore about the Naga sadhu's miraculous powers and tremendous physical strength, every year many young men attempt to become part of this charismatic bunch. After a rigorous period of brahmacharya, which may take 6 months to 12 years, few of them manage to make it. The gurus have to be satisfied that the aspirant is free of lust and materialism, and only then is Diksha bestowed. After one passes the test of celibacy, he is conferred the title of Mahapurush and is allowed to wear unstitched saffron clothes. In the next stage of Avdhut, the man has to perform his own symbolic funerary rites. He becomes dead to the rest of the world. Then comes the final stage of Angbham. The Avdhut has to stand for 24 hours under the flag of the Akhada, exposed to the elements and without food or water. Only after this does he become a Naga sadhu.
बहुत कठिन प्रक्रिया है। 2 दिन रात में नंगे ही तपस्या कराया जाता है डंडी सन्यासी बनाने के लिए। रात के लक्कड़ जला के फिर महापुरुषों को अब उस मंत्र का जाप करना पड़ता है। फिर महामंडलेश्वर आचार्य गुरु आएंगे, उनको ले जाएंगे, फिर उन लोगों को पिंडदान कराएंगे, फिर विजय संस्कार कराएंगे, फिर रात्रि में उतने टाइम लाएंगे धर्मध्वजा के नीचे, फिर 4 बजे रात्रि में धर्मध्वजा के नीचे दिगंबर गुरु उनको झटका लगा के और दिगंबर उनको दिगंबरी कराएगा।
डॉक्टरी की डिग्री से भी बड़ी कठिन यानी पीएचडी की डिग्री से भी कठिन डिग्री मानी जाती है नागा की डिग्री लेना।
However, the number of new aspirants who want to be a Naga sadhu has come down drastically in recent times, thanks to ordeals of tough penance and tougher initiation rites.
उनकी संख्या में कुछ कमी इस दृष्टि से जरूर आई है कि न केवल वो कड़ा अनुशासन है बल्कि एक कष्ट साध्य जीवन भी है, पर हम ऐसा नहीं कह सकते कि उसका ह्रास हुआ है।
The Naga sadhus are categorized into akhadas just like regiments in an army. They hold sticks, spears, swords and trident as a symbol of their identity. All the 13 main akhadas have Nagas amongst them, but the Panch Dashnam Juna Akhada, based in Kankhal, Hardwar, has the largest number of Nagas.
Fascinating world of the Naga sadhus. But it's not just the Naga sadhus who are intriguing in their mannerism. Every single spiritual guru over here has a camp of his own, and each one is out to outdo and out-impress the others. There is a bullet Baba, a computer Baba, a pilot Baba, a gold Baba. This is a spectacle, a mela, if ever there was one.
At Kumbh, spirituality brings with it music, color and splendor. Divine, yes, but the various Babas at the Kumbh also know how to put up a good show. they reach out to the Almighty with an almighty orchestra. Others hold stage with a breathtaking display of martial arts. But this sadhu wants his spiritual offerings to go down in the record books.
ऐसे मैं मूछ नर्तक गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड दुकान जी इलाहाबाद प्रयाग से पधारा हूँ.
And then of course there are the Bullet Babas, zooming in their divinity into the Kumbh Mela.
बुलेट एक ऐसी बाइक है जिसको हम चाहें तो पहाड़ों पे चला सकते हैं, रेगिस्तानों पे चला सकते हैं. कहीं भी जाने से बुलेट की एक आवाज ऐसी है, बुलेट की दमदार आवाज जो है जंगलों में भी बड़े बड़े हिंसक जानवरों को भी भयभीत कर देती है.
For those who think spirituality and technology can't go hand in hand, meet Computer Baba.
क्योंकि मेरी वर्किंग जो है, मेरा दिमाग जो है, मेरे कंप्यूटर की तरह है, इसलिए लोगों ने जो है मेरा नाम कंप्यूटर बाबा रख दिया. और तब से आज 20 साल हो गए मेरा कंप्यूटर बाबा के नाम से मैं विख्यात. मेरे कोई आयोजन हो, मेरा कोई कार्य हो, समाज के कार्य हो, जो भी हो, तो मैं इतना फास्ट करता हूँ, इतना बढ़िया मैनेजमेंट करता हूँ कि लोग दांतों तले उंगली दबा देते.
But for some people at the Kumbh, the journey is the destination, and thought transcends all barriers that boxes the conscious.
The name is a concept that goes for the individual, and there's only one universal consciousness, so everyone has no name.
But most tourists at this grand spectacle are mere viewers, drawn by pure, unadulterated curiosity, because the Mahakumbh, for them, is a fascinating oddity that extends in all directions.
We've spent the whole day sitting and just watching everyone come in and out of the water.
Because we weren't raised with the same beliefs or religion, but it's still amazing that so many people come to one place just to bless themselves and really believe in that. So yeah, it's really cool.
And I heard about the Kumbh Mela, about some tourists, people I met on my journey, and it said that's an amazing place to be.
A Kumbh is certainly an amazing melting pot of spirituality and individuality, and the experience is hard to describe, and best experienced only first-hand. Ask anybody who has been here, and that is the answer you will get.
You're watching a special edition of Center Stage being brought to you live from the banks of the river Ganga at the Mahakumbh. The moment you step into Allahabad, all you see around you is seeming chaos. But as you spend time in the spiritual city, you begin to understand that there is method in this madness. And this fascinated the deans of Harvard University, who sent 6 teams here to understand just what made this mega organization come together. All these people from different parts of the world, how is it that they're able to come together in peace without chaos, despite the sheer presence of numbers here in Allahabad? Take a look at this.
The massive show of religious devotion is so unique that it has even attracted the attention of Harvard University. 6 of its departments are collaborating to understand the Kumbh Mela phenomenon. Intrigued by the sheer scale and complex dynamics of the Mela, a group of top Harvard dons have been quietly working on a big multidisciplinary project to study its various aspects. The ambitious plan has been dubbed Mapping India's Kumbh Mela.
The idea came to us when 2 different faculty, one from design school and one from religion, were saying this phenomena is going to happen. So it's very interesting that we need to study, and they were both interested in studying. When we started to talk about this project across Harvard, there were folks, the faculty from public health who are studying sanitation, who are studying health centers, who are studying temporary settlements. They were also very interested ki how does the governance of something like this that is serving millions of people, how do they do this so quickly, so efficiently, so rapidly?
Teams of professors, researchers and students from across Harvard are meeting under one roof at the Kumbh to explore diverse issues related to rapid urbanization, public health, business and religious expression at this year's festival. The Mela's lessons, researchers hope, could be applied in many situations.
The Kumbh that we actually see isn't really what the Kumbh is all about. So what we've been trying to do is bring a team of very different kinds of people. We have people who study religion, which is what everyone thinks the Kumbh is about. We have people who are studying the public administration, how things are organized, people who are studying traffic patterns, people who are studying sanitation, people who are studying how vegetables are sold, people who are studying how people wash and take care of themselves. And when all of this comes together, you see that the Kumbh is really different. It's a whole that's bigger than all the individual parts. So I would say that's the one lesson that so far we've taken away.
And it's exactly this that sets the Kumbh apart. It's different things to different people, yet it still remains unique.
10 million humans at any one point in time, makeshift housing, several thousands out in the biting cold. To make this entire festival come together, the Uttar Pradesh administration actually creates a separate district, the Kumbh district, which vanishes when the Kumbh gets over. And several people who've been to the Kumbh have actually commended the work being done by the SP government in Uttar Pradesh in making this massive logistical exercise come together.
This is 7-year-old Rakhi, and she's known for her beauty. At the Mahakumbh, in the sea of humanity, she has the ability to make heads turn as she saunters by. Rakhi is part of the security detail that keeps the Mahakumbh safe. This mare is part of the 150-strong contingent of the Uttar Pradesh Mounted Police deployed at Allahabad for the entire duration of the Kumbh. Throughout the day, this mounted contingent plod along the riverbanks, watching out for the safety and security of the praying, bathing multitude. But the draw of divinity is hard to resist. Not for Rakhi, but for the men on top. The police turn devout as their feet hit the holy ground of Sangam. Stripping for a holy dip on a cold day, duty can wait a while.
Such is the feel of this place that the line between the personal and the official blurs, and especially when you're a policeman, it certainly is a good idea to wash off a few of your sins at the Mahakumbh.
Keeping 10 million people safe is a mammoth task. The logistics itself is huge. 10 million humans, 193 hectares sprawling Mela campus, makeshift housing. On the day of a big Snan, 15,000 police personnel are deployed to keep a hawk's eye on every inch of the Kumbh Mela grounds. The policemen are aided by more than 200 commandos of the Special Unit, 72 companies of Central Paramilitary Forces, 200 commandos of the Rapid Action Force, anti-terror squads, anti-mine squads, and sniffer dogs. While the devout millions bathe and pray, these men in uniform and an army of plainclothes men mingle among the multitude, ever watchful of that elusive terror attack, a fact of life, and that even the God-fearing find hard to ignore. And the security and safety is not just landlocked exercise. The water police ensure that in the trance of devoutness, people don't wade into dangerous waters. The security apparatus has its task cut out to ensure that the surging crowds are kept in check and the Mahakumbh is remembered only for the purpose that it is held for, a glimpse of the divine. Technology is being used to augment the strength of the boots on the ground. 85 CCTV cameras dot the Mela premises. They are monitored around the clock. A control room coordinates all inputs, And when group members get separated in the melee, the lost and found booth is at hand to help. And subtle humor possibly prompted the naming of this very important booth, Bhule Bichre.
मेला में आए हुए यात्री को ध्यान दें। यात्री आपके लिए आवश्यक सूचनाएं हैं, आप इस पर अवश्य ध्यान दें।
In terms of logistics, the Mahakumbh is such a massive exercise in administration that for the duration of the Mela, the area is treated as an independent and additional district of the state of Uttar Pradesh. The official police strength of this district is 12,000 police constables, 107 traffic inspectors, 12 additional superintendents of police, 16 assistant superintendents of police and 50 deputy superintendents of police, leading the security network apart from the central police forces who watch every inch of land. Every policeman knows that the job of keeping a place secure is plodding work. And Rakhi and her mounted policemen will plod away day in and day out for the entire duration of the 56-day Mela that is the largest congregation of humans in the world.
That's all we have time for on this special edition of Center Stage Mahakumbh Mahaspectacle. And what a spectacle this is. Millions of people coming together, each one hoping to find his own position in the world, each one hoping to wash away his sins and to go back a new man. We've got teams deployed all across the Kumbh district covering every aspect of the sadhus, the spirituality and also the politics of the Mahakumbh.